some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the LSU Tigers. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 9. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. Guys, when you really take a look at Texas, it has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continued to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They have lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
The give to the back. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the 1st down before they finally get him on the ground.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that 1st down.
The Longhorns are flying down the field. Quick handoff. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. looking to fire. Quarterback floating away from pressure. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a first down. Like, so much to defend. That is the hardest thing to defend, because you don't know where it's going to happen on the field and when it's going to happen.
Looking for a crease. It's Clark.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that. Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
On a big 3rd down, love the discipline by the defense there. You got everybody with their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the football, showing good speed on D. Nice tackle. Love the team defense.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25. Takes a handoff. It's Hill. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Let's talk for a minute about LSU. Boy, this just hasn't been their year. All of the aspirations starting the season in the top 5, but there's always someone that seems to bottom out against those big expectations.
No question, Reese, and what's so disappointing, especially looking at this team's offense, is they're just not making the play.
Turning it on! Enemy territory, now bounds at the 48.
That's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
They'll go to the ground. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, running back gets the give. He made the first guy miss, but there were too many dudes coming to help, and they stopped him behind the line.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Oh, the fake. They snapped it to the up end. He's on the move. And the the gamble pays off as they pick up the first down.
They had the exact look they had practiced for and what they wanted. The up man gets the snap directly. He's able to use the speed, get the first down, and the chains are moving.
LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete to the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Caught behind the line. It's Watkins. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Give to the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On third down, he drops to throw. Got his man on the right. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm as we start the second quarter. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown, LSU! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And I like the decision to go for it. And I think a lot of people probably thinking this close to the goal line, 4th and goal, they're going to power it in. Nice job. They had this play ready. They go with the pass. Nice throw, nice catch. Huge job and huge execution on 4th down.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. Here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard down 7-0. Flushed out of the pocket. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Man, if I'm the offensive line, I got to do a better job initially protecting my quarterback. And then once he scrambles out of that pocket, he starts to go to the left, I got to stick with the play because then he gets whacked at the end of the play. And instead of helping my quarterback up, I got to make sure I protect him a lot better moving forward.
Fires to the right. This time he's got his man. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open. Quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Quarterback on the keeper. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Going to try to get it himself. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Like, they understand it's third down. They understand the situation. They drop back. And I love the defensive back with vision on the quarterback. He sees it, right? He takes off the scramble. He's like, no, no, no. You're not getting this first down. Nice job coming up, making the tackle, and forcing the fourth down.
They were unfazed by that earlier fourth down failure and will try for a second time in this one. Quickly out to the tight end. Breaks into the open. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a...
Intercepted! A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, Tigers! And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick six. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Longhorns will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. First one of the day is on its way. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on once. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
Oh, he's got some space. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Tigers.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all three facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half for the home team.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They're going to open this drive with a pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
Looking to the big tight end. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready. They were disciplined and made a good play on the football.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. He'll take a deep shot here. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
And he misses. How about that, man? Like, it seems like everything he's thrown so far has worked, especially down here. He's already got 2 touchdown passes against this defense. So, guys, I'm kind of surprised when he misses down here.
3rd play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the 1st half. This has been all home team.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. They'll put this one in play. 1st snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Lockwood. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. They've been overwhelmed so far in this 1st half, but if they could muster a score, maybe a glimmer of hope.
Yeah, and I know it's been a struggle.
He lobs one high down the left side. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
I think sometimes as a quarterback, when your offense is struggling, you don't have any points up on the board yet here at the end of the 1st half. You're just trying to take a shot to see if your guy can make a play. And that time, he thought he had the matchup he wanted, but he has just not been able to ever find a rhythm. And this defense is making it really hard on him, forcing that one to fall incomplete.
He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. And the Longhorns come to the line in the hurry-up. Off-play action on 1st down. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. Pulls it in. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Big fella moving. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Finds his big tight end. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. Ready to try the point after. The extra point is good, but they're still down 28-7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Complete to start this drive. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Pulls it in down the sideline. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. Now let's see if they can follow up that huge play. 1st and 10 from the 23. Looking downfield on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
He wants to change this route. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
You know, we're only in the first half of this football game, and already this offense has had tons of success throwing the football. The defense has to disrupt his rhythm, and they finally do there, getting the sack. They've given up 3 TD passes. Let's see if they can continue with the pass rush moving forward.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Now the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Already find a hole in that secondary. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight it.
Beck's going for the goal line. Touchdown, LSU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
I got to tell you, this offense has done some really good things here in this first half, and that was so critical. Scoring on their last possession of the half, they're padding their lead, and they've put so much pressure now on the opponent.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Longhorns will kick it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Farrell. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Hauls it in. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays. You better change your looks up and try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Fires to the big fella. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
A lot of smiles right now in this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. Motion from the wideout. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Grabbed in the middle. It's Green. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
Man, and we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him move him inside. You see him move him outside. You see him move him in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
LSU will bring the punt team on the field. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. First one of the day is on its way, and he's been sort of scarce around here, only called on one time in that loss last week. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's going to take off. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Second down, they'll go to the air. Grab near the sticks, it's Lockwood. Stopped at the 28, but a big 15-yard pickup gives them some breathing room.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Oh, they're after him. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
And the QB leaves the pocket, and he scrambles out, and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football, but the relentless chase, I love it. Getting to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
Trying to get behind the defense. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Slings it downfield. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incomplete.
They'll try to get him on the fake. And they roll the dice, and it ain't snake eyes. They pick up the first down.
And so many times when you're studying the other team and their defense and what they're going to do, you know there's certain looks you're going to get into. And I think they saw one they liked, snapped it to the up back. He catches the football, gets north and south, gets the first down. Nice execution on the fake punt, baby.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Buys a little extra time. Creates a little room. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here.
And he showed you in 2 plays why this defense has been up late at night. Like thinking about having to guard, he makes you defend the back end, throwing the football, but then has the ability to pull it down and chew up yards with his legs. He makes you cover the whole field, run and pass. Infuriating to deal with as a defense.
Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws right in those holes. Get those first downs. Get those big chunks.
And the Longhorns line it up with a 1st and goal. He's got him. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns! Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes, forget the kick, he's going to throw it. Tripped up for the tackle. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense picks it up. Touchdown, Texas! How about this defense taking one back to the house?
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Tennessee left little doubt. You know, this version of the Volunteers can hang with any of the teams of the past. And remember, this is a program that went 13-0 en route to a national title back in 1998. All that speculation all week, and now we know. Something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Keeps looking downfield. He'll get rid of it. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there. This offense needs all the help they can get today, and that pass interference penalty is a much-appreciated lifeline. And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Catch in the middle. It's screen. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage.
There he goes. Made a defender miss. And oh no, he loses the ball at the end of the run. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
But one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security.
Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And the stomping has commenced. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he puts through the extra point. And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Well, the last time they had it, the long field didn't bother them in the least, and they'll try to do it again. Trying to escape and get it himself. First down and more. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down. That last big play, one that can really jumpstart a drive. It's 1st and 10 from the 47. Wants to go up top on first down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
It's got to be frustrating to be this quarterback in this game, too. Just has never had confidence being able to step up in the pocket and deliver throws. When he gets flushed, they're still taking away all the throws down the field. It's just been one of those days.
Pressure coming. Trying to make magic with his feet. He'll be stopped at the 44, knocked out of bounds there. The Longhorns want to pick up the tempo. They'll try to get the first through the air. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Finds him out of the backfield. There to make the stop, but he is a weapon out of the backfield in the short passing game, and they've got a first down.
Oh, and I love that play call on 4th down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
The Longhorns are marching down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode. And what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback. And you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Looking left. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Got some room to run. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown LSU. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense here in the 4th quarter. They're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Texas offense. This This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback. And DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down.
Well, when you're throwing these out routes, guys, it's location, location, location. As a QB, you've got to put that out in front of your guy so he can make the catch. You put that behind him, that might be getting picked. Nice job there by the QB.
This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. The Tigers are in the hurry-up. Looking for space. It's Hill. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Touchdown, Tigers! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. They built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory.
That's a nice job by this offense. Nice job putting a drive together late. This might seal this football game. And nice response. It's nice to be home, isn't it? Come back to the home crowd after you've lost a couple games. Get some mojo going back in your way.
Good concentration to get that squibber inside the 15. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive.
First and 10.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. Makes the grab. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. On first down, here comes this offense. Looking to throw on first down. He lets it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Let's take just a moment here and talk a little about Texas. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, and you want to see him finish.
Turning it on! Look out, he's got room! They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down.
Man, I want to be the play caller. Just to have a guy at the quarterback spot that's over 100 yards now that he's chewed up. He can throw it, but he can also pull it.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's second and long here. Under fire. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. The sure hands, it's McCutcheon. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Now facing a third and long. Off the play fake. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And that decision will be questioned for a while. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Watkins.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Soft spot in the middle. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. LSU right back to the line. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch. It's Watkins. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Into the end zone. Got his man downfield. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might anyway. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
Returner will field it and try to get some field position. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. They're going to throw it to start the drive. He wants a big play here late. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Takes a hit as he fires. It's caught. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Extending the play. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Timeout is called by the offense, 16 seconds left in the game. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Trying play action. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Well, defenses get excited when they see the quarterback in an empty backfield like that. They know, hey, if I'm not going to have to beat a running back or a tight end to get there, if I get to him, I might have an opportunity to knock this thing loose, and that's exactly what happened for the defense.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Working on the right. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. One big play, and now they've got it at the 42-yard line on first down. To the air on first down. Complete in the middle. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And here we go. Final play of the game right here.
Belly stunner.
Wants to go up top on first down. That's caught. It's Green. Oh, he got loose. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. This is what you're looking for when you have the better